Sri Sanjay Puri, to present a sapling to Sir as an expression of our affection and reverence. Thank you, sirs. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Light symbolizes knowledge and divinity. I request our esteemed chief guests and dignitaries present on the dais to kindle the auspicious lamp to embark on today's proceedings. Thank you, sirs. Where words fail, music speaks. In that spirit, I invite onto the stage the Academy Choir to present the Academy song.
जय जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता, जय जन मंगल जय जन त्राता। नगर नगर में नूतन स्वर हो, जन मंगल आदर्श मुखर हो, जन मंगल आदर्श मुखर हो। जय जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता, जय जन मंगल जय जन त्राता। हो जन धन का समयक वितरण, कृष्ण क्षुधा निवारण कारण। अमर रहे विद्यालय का स्वर, हो जन जीवन एक सूत्रता। जय जन मंगल जय जन त्राता, जय जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता। जय जन मंगल जय जन त्राता। श्रम शीकर में सृष्टि हमारी, नव विकास में दृष्टि हमारी। व्यक्ति ग्राम हित, ग्राम राष्ट्र हित, जन मंगल हित जीवन अर्पित। नूतन सृजन लक्ष्य हमारा, बहुजन हित हम कर आहरता। जय जन मंगल जय जन त्राता, जय जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता। जय जन मंगल जय जन त्राता, जय जन जीवन भाग्य विधाता। जय जन मंगल जय जन त्राता।
Thank you, choir team. Today, we are gathered here to mark to an end to a milestone of an intense and a rewarding journey that the officers of the 75th batch have undertaken. As they step out into the world as IRS officers, they will undoubtedly continue to uphold the highest standards of integrity, professionalism, and excellence that define our civil services, to work by the Constitution and for the people. It is my privilege to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Chairman, Central Board of Direct Taxes, Shri Nitin Gupta, to this valedictory function of the 75th batch. We are honored to have Sir here today to share his insights and wisdom with our officers. It is my privilege to present a brief profile of respected chief guest, Shri Nitin Gupta. Shri Nitin Gupta is a 1986 batch IRS officer hailing from Rajasthan. Sir has served for more than 36 years and presently holds the post of chairman, CBDT, since June 2022. Sir holds a civil engineering degree from MNIT Jaipur, a law degree from Chaudhry Charan Singh University, and an associate degree in business administration and management from the Wharton School, US. Sir has served in various assignments and in various capacities in Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, and Rajasthan, and has held the prestigious post of Director General, Income Tax Investigation, Mumbai, and Director General, Competition Commission of India. His vast experience in the department and deputation have been on assignment, investigation, international taxation, and in the CBDT. Sir was also the Principal Director General of NADT before being elevated as the member CBDT in August 2021. Sir is well known for his vast knowledge, professional competence, and practical wisdom. Now, to begin today's program, I would like to invite Sri Sanjay Puri, Principal Director General Training, National Academy of Direct Taxes, to deliver the welcome address.
Respected Chairman, CBDT, Shri Nitin Gupta, ADGs of NADT, senior field officers from the department, senior retired officers, faculty members of NADT, officers of 73rd batch of IRS, officers trainees of 75th and 76th batch, their parents, family members, representatives of the press, and electronic media, all officials of NADT, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you. As head of the Directorate of Training, I express my deepest gratitude to Honorable Chairman CBDT, Shri Nitin Gupta, for taking time out of his extremely busy schedule for gracing the valediction ceremony of the officers of 75th batch of IRS. I would like to begin by welcoming Honorable Chairman to his and all of us, our alma mater, National Academy of Direct Taxes. Well, Shri Nitin Gupta was head of this institution immediately before going to CBDT as member, and thereafter as Chairman CBDT as head of our income tax department. It has been a sense of pride for us all in NADT that a person who was head of the training institute is now a chairman CBDT. Income tax department has seen an unprecedented growth in income tax collections under his able leadership. In fact, the department has witnessed overall growth and harmony under the current dispensation of CBDT headed by Shri Nitin Gupta. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to Nitin Gupta sir, whose initiative was instrumental in successful completion of parliamentary attachment for 75th batch and 76th batch of IRS. In fact, after almost 4 years, any batch from NADT could get a chance to call on the dignitaries like President of India, Vice President of India, and Election Commission, Chief Election Commissioner, and so on. And 75th batch met for Honorable Finance Minister also. Sir, after taking over the charge as Principal DG NADT, I have done certain alteration in the training curriculum of induction training, especially for the OJTs, especially in the OJT, that is on-the-job training for 75th batch. As these young officers in their first posting in the field would be posted mostly as faceless assessing officers or the jurisdictional assessing officers, it was decided that these officer trainees should spend maximum time during their on-the-job training being attached to the jurisdictional assessing officers and the faceless assessing officers. Sir was kind enough to consider the proposal. Sir, NADT has provided these officers with technical and practical inputs in the income tax laws, other allied laws, finance, accounts, forensics, investigative techniques, and analyzing finance and accounts. These officer trainees have been exposed to faceless assessment environment on ITBA system during their training and have hands-on experience in their on-the-job training for 2 months. Considering the requirements of the field formation and growing importance of IRS, efforts have been made to mold these officers as effective and efficient tax administrators. With these words, I once again welcome Chairman CBDT Shri Nitin Gupta. His words of wisdom would certainly motivate the officer trainees of 75th batch, or rather officers of 75th batch of IRS, who will be joining the field soon, and also the officer trainees of 76th batch who are currently undergoing training in NADT. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I would like to now invite Shri B. Venkateshwara Rao, ADG Induction, National Academy of Direct Taxes, to give an overview of the induction training at NADT.
A very good morning to all. Respected Sri Nitin Gupta, Chairman CBDT, Sri Sanjay Puri, Principal Director General, NADT, my colleagues on the dais, off the dais, senior officers of the department, serving and retired, officer trainees of 75th batch and 76th batch, and medal winners of 73rd batch of IRS, whose valediction could not take place because of the COVID, and it was taken place online, so today they are also here. And the proud parents and family members of the officers who have come to witness this program. Ladies and gentlemen, induction training of directly recruited IRS officer is of 16 months, but however, for this 75th batch, it was 16 months for few and 13 months for many because of the effects of the COVID-19. In spite of little truncated training program, all the subjects which were to be covered have been covered. On this note, I would like to thank our faculty members, first of all, who have taken the pains, even sometimes at the cost of being unpopular, for upholding highest principles of discipline, decorum, and completing the subjects. This training program includes 11 papers: income tax law and practice, investigation techniques, financial statement analysis and investigation of accounts, ethics and good governance, allied laws, and so on, including Rajbhasha. The methodology included are classroom lectures, apart from assignments, self-study, group discussions, and peer study. Teach one. That was introduced for 75th batch, where every officer trainee has to take up some topic and teach others. And to encourage continuously and to get their attention, Officer of the Week has been introduced, wherein any officer who performs well during that particular week has been nominated for the next week as an Officer of the Week, and in the schedule of that week, his photograph with name is there. Apart from the classroom sessions and various examinations, weekend examinations, home test, and departmental examinations, officer trainees are also encouraged to participate in various curricular and extracurricular activities, organizing themselves and organizing various activities, mess organizing, and sports, cultural events, which also are considered to evaluate their performance, add to the marks to the final result. And from 73rd batch onwards, their performance in NADT would change their seniority list also. The training has become little more serious than what we had. Various attachments are there to provide officer trainees with the best practices of other institutions and also to complement the techniques of investigation, etc. The institutions are BIRD, NIA, NISM, PRIDE, etc. Overall, the training of the 16 months is focusing on providing the technical skills and knowledge, what you call domain competence, then functional competence, and the behavioral competence. And they have been awarded 9 gold medals for exceedingly performing into particular subject and 1 gold medal for overall academics and another finance minister's gold medal for best probation, that is academics plus extracurricular activities. Sir, today's 73rd batch is also there, who won the gold medals. And I remember that NADT was the only institute which took a bold decision to send them on Bharat Darshan when the COVID was spreading. And that credit goes to our present chairman, Nitin Gupta sir, who was the principal DGIT at that point of time. Sir, trainer is a trainee always. Somebody who is keen on learning can only teach. And we had the privilege of having Sanjay Puri sir, who was our trainer when we joined in training. And sir was continuously attached with NADT and all regional centers. And he himself leading directly from the front by taking various sessions and important topics like international taxation and investigation, that how setting the higher standards for other faculty members and believing in a principle of training should be relevant and training should be time oriented. So changes have been made, as sir stated, evolutionary changes which are required, which are relevant to the times. That is how we were able to deliver. I take this opportunity to thank, apart from our faculty members, our team NADT. One particular point I would like to mention, our officer trainees are going to various institutions for the training, coming back. When we are conducting debriefing session, the whole batch echoes one thing: NADT campus is the best. Team NADT, especially the ADG administration and his team, are responsible for maintaining this campus so clean, so green, and accommodation and other facilities of world class. Thanks to. And the training improvement is a continuous process. Planning and Research Division of our NADT, with the times, built up an in-house LMS portal wherein officer trainees can log in and view before coming to the class sections. 75th batch, it got introduced with Rajbhasha, and subsequently other training material which were prepared for the IGOT purpose are also been put into the LMS. This will again adding and helping the officer trainees to familiarize themselves before coming to class. And special thanks to our P&R division for taking this initiative and enhancing and enriching the training. The proud parents are also here. I would like to tell them, officer trainees feel NADT, home, away, home. And this is because of the efforts taken by each and every member here, senior batches and junior batches, and they themselves contribute. Whatever you are looking today, every batch contributes in the Shramdan project to the campus. So we own it up. That's the reason everybody, after leaving NADT, would be calling us, asking when to come back. Sir, call us for some sections, some courses. Sir, evaluation is a continuous process. Internal evaluation is there, added and supported by evaluation by the outside faculty and our partner institutions. And this year, we were able to sign MOU, reviving the MOU with Nalsar University. And for the first time, the continuous moot courts experience was there for the 75th batch. So as a whole, NADT, as demanded or dictated by the CBDT, through its vision mission, is able to deliver and handing over another batch of IRS officers who are well equipped to handle any challenges that are going to be faced in the field. So as an ADG induction, I thank each and everyone who contributed for this purpose. And the last but not the least, the officer trainees who were able to understand, even when at times we were giving memos and all, informally, they were talking it as a love letters. That comes to know that we don't have any particular bias or any particular arbitrariness, but it is for good of them and good for organization. So thank you very much, officer trainees. I am hopeful and I'm expecting you to do great things in the field, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request the ADG admin, National Academy of Direct Taxes, Sri Munish Kumar, to administer the administrator's prayer.
Good morning, everybody. I'll read the prayers and I'll recite phrase by phrase, and everybody should follow after me. Please put your heart into when you do so. Let this not be just a ritual. Let these words go deep into our heart so that we can imbibe the spirit of this and we can follow them when we are in the field formation. I'll start now. Grant me the moral strength so that my integrity is never tainted while doing my tax collection duty, without favor or fear. Grant me the softness in my words, both spoken and written, lending grace to my action in my task, which is regarded not so pleasant by the taxpayers. Grant me the sensitivity to deal effectively and sympathetically with grievance of the public and the staff, and to create a cordial atmosphere at work. Grant me the understanding of human nature so that, bereft of any bias, I deal with the honest and the other categories of taxpayers according to their just deserts, Grant me all these things, dear Lord, that I may serve my countrymen and through them serve thee. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now, it's time to felicitate the officers of the 73rd and 75th batch of the Indian Revenue Service on successful completion of their induction training. With great respect, I request our chief guest for today's occasion, Honorable Chairman of CBDT, Shri Nitin Gupta, to give away the medals and certificates to the officers. Firstly, we will begin with the distribution of medals for seniors from the 73rd batch of the Indian Revenue Service. I'd like to call upon the following seniors. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Gold Medal for highest score in Law of Governance and Ethics goes to Sri Donapati Venkata Harish. Unfortunately, he could not attend the program. Gold Medal for the highest score in Transfer Pricing and International Taxation goes to Ms. Katyayani Sanjay Bhatia. The Chairman's Gold Medal for highest score in Enforcement Management. The Chairman's Gold Medal for highest score in Enforcement Management and Administration in the Income Tax Department goes to Sri Keshav Goyal. Principal Director General's Gold Medal for highest score in Information Technology and Operations goes to Sri Vinay K. Chaudhary, Chirumamila. V.V. Badami Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in Office Procedure and Other Allied Procedure goes to Sri N. Rohint. The Rajbhasha Padak for highest score in Official Language goes to Sri Ashutosh K.R. Pandey. Unfortunately, he could not attend the program. S.L. Narayana Rao Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in Business Laws goes to Sri Pritesh Raman Singh. C.C. Ganpati Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in Advanced Accounting and Finance goes to Sri Keshav Goyal. V.R. Akerkar Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in Direct Taxes goes to Sri Agam Singh Bedi. V.R. Bapat Gold Medal for highest score in Academics goes to Sri Vivek Kumar Modi. And the most coveted Finance Minister's Gold Medal for Best Officer Trainee for Overall Performance goes to Sri Keshav Goyal. Congratulations to all the awardees from the 73rd batch. We shall continue with the distribution of certificates for the officers of the 75th batch of the Indian Revenue Service. I request Sri Nitin Gupta, Chairman CBDT, to give away the certificates. Seniors from the 75th batch are requested to please come to the stage and receive your certificate from the Honorable Chief Guest. Abhilasha Sharma. Aditya Kushwaha. Aditya Saurabh. Ahmad Ashik OS. Ajesh A. Ananya. अनिकेत लक्ष्मीकांत कुलकर्णी, अंकित मिश्रा, अंकित सिंह राजपूत, अर्जुन के, आर्या आर नायर, चंद्रशेखर मेहरा, गौरव सिंह, हार्दिक अग्रवाल, हेतल कैलाश पगारे, जगदीश्वरन आर, जशवंत यादव, कुमार सौम्या, मालाश्री एमवी, महक मित्तल, नितिन के बिजू, पेमा शेरिंग, प्रत्युष सारसा, प्रीति एस प्रकाश, प्रियंका कांबले, पूर्वी नंदा, आर ऐश्वर्या, राघवेंद्र एन, राहुल कुमार मीना, राकेश रंजन, रितेश सिंह, रुमैजा फातिमा आरवी, सागर ए वादी, सत्यम चौधरी, शशांक शेखर, शशांक शेखर सिंह, शिव्या हंगलू, श्रीधर रव साहेब लिंबिकई, Shrikant Madhav Kulkarni. Shubham Mohanka. Siddharth Gupta. Smriti Singh. Sonam Wangchuk. Shridu SS. Subramani Velan J. Tasni Shahnawaz. Vikas Kumar. Vishnu Shankar K. We will now continue with the distribution of medals for the 75th batch. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Gold Medal for highest score in Law of Governance and Ethics goes to Ms. Arya Nair. The Gold Medal for highest score in Transfer Pricing and International Taxation goes to Ms. Mahak Mittal. The Chairman's Gold Medal for highest score in Enforcement Management and Administration in the Income Tax Department goes to Shri Pratyush Sarasa. Principal Director General's Gold Medal for highest score in Information Technology and Operation goes to Shri Shubham Mohanka. V.V. Badami Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in Office Procedure and other allied procedures goes to Shri Siddharth Gupta. Rajbhasha Padak for highest score in official language goes to Shri Gaurav Singh. S.A.L. Narayana Rao Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in business law goes to Ms. Purvi Nanda. C.C. Ganapati Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in advanced accounting and finance goes to Ms. Mahak Mittal. V.R. Akerkar Memorial Gold Medal for highest score in direct taxes goes to Ms. Mahak Mittal once again. V.R. Bapat Gold Medal for highest score in academics goes to Ms. Mahak Mittal. And the most awaited Finance Minister's Gold Medal for Best Officer Trainee for overall performance goes to Ms. Mahak Mittal. Thank you, sirs. Congratulations to all the awardees from the 75th batch. Now, it's my honor and privilege to invite the chief guest for today's valedictory function, the Honorable Chairman of CBDT, Shri Nitin Gupta, to address the gathering.
Namaskar. Shri Sanjay Puri, Principal Director General Training, Shrimati Vasundhara Sinha, Principal CCIT Nagpur, other senior officers from NEDT on the dais and the faculty of NEDT, retired officers, various dignitaries, meritorious officer trainees of the 73rd batch, officer trainees of the 75th and 76th batch of IRS, parents and family members of officer trainees, members from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wonderful feeling being here today morning amongst you. Valediction ceremony is always an occasion of both pleasure and nostalgia for all the senior officers like us who are attending it. It signifies the entry of new blood into the organization who will carry the torch in the next few decades. And it also reminds us of the time when we joined the service from the field, from NEDT, 3 decades back, like you will be doing shortly today for the 75th batch and maybe after a year for the 76th batch. So when I look back at the time, it's very easy to see how things have changed over a period of time. The department has grown in many different ways and has come to occupy a very important position in the government of India. The direct tax collections, which were even less than 7,000 crores when I joined the department in 1986, has risen this year, means financial year 22-23, to 16.61 lakh crore, which is the net collection, highest ever in the history of the income tax department. Several restructurings have taken place, as we have seen, which have added stature to the department and brought new opportunities. On the work front as well, a lot has changed. The department adopted the technology, the way we crossed all barriers which came in between in adoption of technology, and the way we established ourselves at the forefront of technological advancement with a willingness to change what was coming in the way, and we changed it. I would like to demonstrate it by actual example. Everything has been a tremendous success, and the credit for the entire thing goes to the entire income tax department and the IRS fraternity, who has been at the cusp of the planning and execution. Our work processes have changed. We have embraced technology in every place and put in e-governance to make our processes more transparent and more efficient. An important change has occurred over a period of time in terms of the way we do the audit or scrutiny of the assessments, and now these are being taken in a very selective manner through CAS, computer-assisted selection of scrutiny cases, and based on the risk assessment parameters. If we look back, PAN was introduced sometime in the year 1995, and it's really a salute to our seniors that what they thought about in the year 95 or 96 is still working valid today. The series is working fine, and now we are adopting the PAN, the government is adopting the PAN as the single business identifier. So now, since introduction of PAN in the 95 or 96, we have introduced e-filing in 13-14 and later moved to computerized processing of returns of income at the CPC Bengaluru. In the year 2019, we shifted to the faceless scheme in assessment as well as in appeals. We as a department has undergone several changes and have re-engineered our processes to keep the taxpayer at the cornerstone of our policies. Facilitating voluntary compliance is one of the most essential objectives of our tax policy. Department has taken several steps towards furthering this objective over a period of time. We intend that the taxpayer repose trust in us and believe in us, and that is the way we are progressing henceforth. We are framing objective laws and easing compliance by putting in place technology-driven processes. We are encouraging our taxpayers to move forward towards voluntary compliance, and this is clearly visible in enhanced tax revenues, even if the tax rates have been curtailed or rationalized, but our revenues have been consistently rising over a period of time, barring a short period of COVID-19 when it saw a dip. A shining example of use of technology to ease compliance for our taxpayers is the system of e-filing of the return of income and the current portal CPC e-filing portal 2, which is being used now. More than 7.5 crore returns were filed in the financial year 22-23 through this portal, a success which has been lauded well by the taxpayers and the stakeholders. During the return filing period ending on 31st July 22, more than 72 lakh returns were filed on a single day on 31st July itself, which is a milestone in itself. Today we can say that we are at the forefront of the technological advancement, in the sense that even the developed world cannot boast of what we can talk about in the matter of filing of return of income. Electronically, even the developed world is not at this level what we are today. Not only we have focused on seamless filing of returns of income, we have expedited the processing of the returns of income and quick issue of refunds. As I told you earlier, the average time taken for processing of refund this year has been reduced to only 16 days, as against 26 days in financial year 21-22. So average time is so little now that while we were drafting the budget documents this time, the target which is internally put up for us is 7 days now. So it is a challenge in itself. How do we achieve that target of 7 days average processing time? Almost 42% of the verified returns were processed within 24 hours in financial year 22-23. And consequently, when we were able to process the returns of income in a fast manner, the refunds were issued at the same pace, and the total refund outgo for financial year 22-23 is around 80,000 crore more than it was in financial year 21-22. The aspect of quicker issue of refunds was highlighted by the Honorable President of India, Srimati Draupadi Murmu, in her budget address in January 2023 before the Parliament. It's a matter of pride for all of us that Honorable FM also highlighted these milestones in her budget speech on 1st of February 2023. These areas of work have been appreciated by the taxpayers and the stakeholders alike. These are the few examples which strengthen our resolve to continue to enhance the ease of compliance and ease of doing business for our taxpayers. We are also bringing a change in the way we communicate and engage with our taxpayers. And this is also a sort of revolution in the sense that we are now on Twitter handle and our engagement has been very, very active. Let me say, I'm using the word very, very active means we are responding to means it's a regular process going on seamlessly every moment our response management team is there, which is at the forefront for the entire this thing. We are open to suggestions, open to feedbacks about our initiatives, and focus on expeditious redressal of grievances of the taxpayers, for which a vow has been taken by all of you now, today itself. A big step in this direction is the Taxpayer Charter, which was released in the year 2019, and it is part of the enactment now for which we are bound by the Income Tax Act itself. Consequent upon the paradigm shift towards voluntary compliance, the department has seen robust budget collections, and even the cost of collections have gone down, which have reduced drastically, which also shows how efficient we are and in what way we are working. An important aspect of nudging the taxpayers towards voluntary compliance is creating a credible deterrence against tax evasion. The role of the department in identifying errors and discrepancies in the declarations, accounts and statements, and using them to detect and establish tax evasion is extremely critical. Our work must convey the message to unscrupulous elements that they cannot expect to get away with tax evasion. This belief that if they try to evade, they are very likely to be caught and made to pay for it is what constitutes a credible deterrence. It is therefore very essential and prerequisite for the success of any voluntary compliance-based tax system that we create a credible deterrence. The department is harnessing the technology for this purpose, and the data which we have is the source of the entire application for creating this deterrence and giving us excellent results. In tune with the changing times, the department is now using non-intrusive means for the purpose of creating deterrence, and a policy shift has been seen in the last couple of years is that we are showing the taxpayer the entire financial transactions which he or she has undertaken through AIS or TIS. It is a transparent mechanism by which the taxpayer is made aware of the data which is available with the tax department, so that it is nudged in that direction to declare the income truly and correctly. The department has also come out with an e-verification scheme in the year 2021, which has been made operational in 2022. To nudge the taxpayers, we are throwing the data to the taxpayer and asking it to explain the discrepancies which are detected through the risk management strategy. And to top it all, we have come out with the concept of updated returns, where the taxpayer is permitted to update the return of income by paying 25% or 50% extra tax for the 2 years period, resulting into collection of tax as well as litigation-free environment for the taxpayer and saving our time and energy on detailed scrutiny or reassessment proceedings. We believe that these will be scaled up further to deepen and widen our tax base. I can therefore say that you have the twin role of facilitating compliance and creating credible deterrence against the tax evasion once you join the field and carry out your statutory duties in accordance with the provisions of the law. I take this opportunity to congratulate the officers of the 75th batch of IRS who are completing their training and will be joining the field very soon. I would like to mention that you, our young officers who are joining the department in this Amrit Kal, when India is hosting the G20 presidency, is one of the most important periods. It is an exciting period to join the government. Our Honorable Prime Minister, while outlining the vision for India at 2047 said, I'm in quote, in the Amrit period of independence, we are marching ahead rapidly to create a transparent system, efficient process, and smooth governance to make development all around and all inclusive. The government is committed to strengthening good governance that is pro-people and proactive governance, unquote. Honorable PM also exhorted all departments to adopt, in quote, citizen-first approach to further deepen the outreach of our service delivery mechanisms and make them more effective. The vision of Honorable Prime Minister should form the basis for the work expected out of our young officers in the next 25 years. These years will be about formulating and executing a roadmap of short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals with increased interaction between or amongst the ministries of the Government of India. The work has already started, and groups of ministries have already started inter-ministerial consultations for drawing a roadmap for the future in short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Hence, I would advise the young officers to acclimatize themselves to the new environment, being part of a service which requires technical expertise and use of technology for administration and investigation. It is expected that the young officers will strive hard by updating themselves about changing technology and dynamically changing law. The future of the department is in the use of technology and development of specialization by the officers in various specific fields. You may be aware that a process of data sharing is always and has been in place between the ministries. Now, with a PAN as a single business identifier and unique identifier for several processes, our role is going to deepen further. It will be a new change which will happen in the governance in that country. So we should be proud to be partner in that. It's very important that our officers keep updating and skilling themselves to be in tune with the changing work environment. There are various courses which are offered on the iGOT platform, courses and training undertaken by the NADT, by HRD, as well as DOPT, which can be made use of. I'm sure that you will work hard to develop your knowledge and skills which will be needed to carry forward the responsibilities of the department in the next few decades. It is here that the role of the Directorate of Training comes into play, because the overall scheme requires capacity building and equipping our officers well in due course of time. The training academy may therefore focus not only on the training of the officers, training on the induction course, but also play an active role in disseminating our key domain knowledge and competencies to our officers, which has been developed over a period of time by our own officers in being working in various positions. This is an important task, since otherwise the specialized knowledge and skill gained by our own officers through a lot of hard work may not be captured by the department, and other officers working on similar assignments may not get benefited by such accumulated knowledge, skill, and wisdom. I think that the academy needs to work on how to disseminate such knowledge and skills of individual officers in an institutionalized manner to the rest of the department. The IRS is one of the largest and organized civil services of the Government of India, and our officers man very important position in the ministries and other public organizations. We have few openings abroad as well. The department has grown in its contribution to the revenues of the government. It has also grown as a premier agency in investigation of economic crimes. We should be proud about that our officers are rated excellent by the government in unearthing evidences which have been found extremely useful and incriminating by other law enforcement agencies such as ED or DRI or even the IB. When we look ahead, we can say without a doubt that we have a very bright future when it is being given to the young officers who are so knowledgeable and able to grasp their skills very fast. Before I close my address, I would like to underline my expectations from you as young officers of the department and IRS. I expect you to work as an efficient and effective tax administrator by showcasing the highest order of discipline, devotion to duty, and most importantly, probity. I also hope that you will maintain a fine balance between being a competent tax administrator and a compassionate human being, as you will be dealing with people from different walks of life. It has been our endeavor to keep improving, updating, and becoming more efficient in collecting taxes with a humane touch. It is this endeavor that I think will remain unchanged and will be continued by the officers of 75th batch of IRS, and they will carry forward this flag henceforth. It will be your responsibility to take it forward, bring fresh ideas, and bring more changes which can bring greater efficiency, further improvements in our technological processes, and our approach in dealing with the taxpayers and citizens of our country. One last piece of advice: you must have received a lot of suggestions, sermons, and advices in the interactions with different authorities as to how shall you perform when you work in the field. Some of you, I think 50% or more, have already worked in the field in different ministries or departments or in the elsewhere. One thing which I can say to all is that take ownership of what you do or what has been entrusted to you. It's the feeling of the ownership that will chart the way you take steps or take decisions or draw a strategy, etc. It is going to shape your mindset. The ownership over a particular project or work which has been assigned to you shall be coupled with seriousness. And I think if these two things are taken care of, half the battle is won. Be a finder of solutions, not a creator of problems, because challenges would come in the way you progress, and you have to find solutions to the problems to move ahead and create a path of success in the least possible time, creating milestones for yourself and for the department. at the end, I again take this opportunity to convey my best wishes to the officers of the 75th batch who are now joining the field. I hope that you all have a wonderful, memorable, and fruitful innings in the department and make us proud. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your warm words and words of wisdom. I'm sure your words will inspire and motivate the officer and officer trainees and act as a compass to guide their actions throughout their professional lives. I now invite respected Principal Director General, National Academy of Direct Taxes, Shri Sanjay Puri, to present a memento to the chief guest of today's valedictory ceremony, Shri Nitin Gupta. Thank you, sirs. As we move towards the end of this momentous event, I take this opportunity to extend my sincere gratitude to our chief guest for the day, Chairperson of CBDT, Shri Nitin Gupta, for gracing the morning with his esteemed presence and sharing his words of wisdom with the officers of the 73rd and 75th batch of the IRS. I further thank all the serving and retired senior officers, esteemed guests, delegates from the media for being with us today. A special thanks to the officers of the 73rd and 75th batches and their family members and the officer trainees of the 76th batch of the Indian Revenue Service. A heartfelt gratitude to one and all for joining us today. I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Hereby, we have come to the end of this valediction ceremony of the 76th batch of the Indian Revenue Service. Thank you once again.